crowded hall. You see there's a beauty standing. Is she really everywhere? Well, a reflection. One always calls out to you, the other shy and quiet. Could there be two different girls who look the same at Sweet Valley, Sweet Valley?
Oh no, not you again. I told them last time not to let you come back. You really mean and nasty.
Well, I sure cannot tell you how excited I am to be back at Shady Acres Home of Death. I see you have actually managed to make it smell even more like pee in here. What did you do? Get Glade to make you a urine-scented plug-in?
You go away now. We call someone else.
And who exactly are you gonna call? The morgue? Even though we both know that is where this poor bastard is gonna end up anyway. Unfortunately for me, we are all that you have. So why don't you just show me where the patient is so I can start reversing whatever it is you people did to him?
He is right in front of you. He's really sick. You take him now.
And it begins. What is wrong with him? The dispatch notes said he's having chest pain.
That right. He having terrible chest pain. I think he may be dying. You take him now.
Okay, this is good. An actual complaint is a start. When did he start having chest pain?
I don't know.
Let me guess. He not, you, patient?
Don't be stupid, of course he my patient. I don't know how long he have chest pain cause he not tell me. You take him now.
Okay. If he's your patient, and you are his nurse-like person, then why don't you know how long he has been having chest pain?
Because he not tell me. He no talk for long time. You take him now, do your job. You ask too many questions. I have other patient.
That is what frightens me. Here is a thought, did you maybe ask him to write it down? That is always my favorite thing to do next to running calls here at the crapateria.
He no can write evil. You take him now.
Could someone stop me before I ask this next question? Anyone? Damn it. Exactly why can't he talk or write?
Because he in a coma for 6 years. That why. Now you take him now?
Oh, for the love of all that is holy and decent. You aren't really telling me that your patient that has been in a coma for 6 years has suddenly developed chest pain? How did you figure that out? Osmosis? Or did you get a visitor from beyond?
Now you just being a dick. I can tell because he have a defiant look on his face. He only look like that when he have chest pain. You better take him now before I call you boss. Again.
Oh, please. Call my boss. In fact, let me call him for you. He is having a crappy day and could use a good laugh. I'll dial the number so you can explain to him about how the guy in a coma can tell you about how he has chest pain because he gets a look of constipation on his face.
Well, it sounds stupid when you say it like that.
Certainly not as stupid as every word that falls out of your mouth. How in the world does this place stay open year after year?
Because we are award-winning long-term care facility. That's why. You take him now.
Well, congratulations. I didn't know there was an award for the world's largest decubit ice ulcer. How proud you must be. Well, at least you aren't doing CPR on him.
You being a dick again. That not his CPR face, that his chest pain face. And you call me stupid. You need take him now and go before I have to change his diaper. He already pooping it 5 times, and it not my week to change it.
And yes, this conversation actually took place. Seriously.
Who you talking to?
The spirits of all those that were allowed to slip not so gently into the endless winter night before their time was up here at that, not my patientville. I'm going to regret asking this question, but here goes. I don't suppose that you have a set of vital signs that were taken since the Carter presidency?
That not my job. That you job. We put him on oxygen mask at 2 liters. We save his life. You waste a lot of time standing around asking stupid question. You take him now?
Oh, we take him now. Not because he is having chest pain, but to save him from a horrible and traumatic journey to the afterlife lying in a pool of his own excrement. Thank you for calling, and as usual, I'll be back in an hour or so to snatch yet another poor unfortunate soul from the jaws of death. Hello. This is the hospitalist.
Hello. I'm Harry, the VI doctor in charge. I'm sorry it took me so long to call you back. It's Potluck Friday from 10 to 2 at the nurses' station. They were showing old videos of the days when nurses used to take vital signs. It was hilarious. I hadn't laughed this hard since my medical student told me the dirty joke about the VI nurse who skipped her lunch break to help with a crashing patient. Funniest joke I ever heard. Did you know not every patient should have a respiratory rate of 20 and a pulse rate that ends in a 0?
I've been waiting 3 hours for your call so I can get my patient transferred to your hospital.
I'd like to help you, but I've been told that you think my dick is harder to handle than most.
Your dick? Harry?
Yes, my dick. Sometimes he can be a little rough around the edges, especially when he is sick with a virus. Then he gets really pissy. In fact, when my dick isn't feeling well, he's famous round these parts for his nasty discharges. You don't want to be the doctor on the receiving end when that goes down. Would you like me to wake Dick up from his daily scheduled mid-afternoon nap and have a 3-way conference with you and I? We can take care of business right here, right now.
What's wrong with you, Harry? You and your dick disgust me.
I understand you are upset. A lot of doctors trying to transfer patients to my VI hospital think my dick is a lot to handle. He can be a bit overwhelming at times. You just have to swallow your pride and understand that Dick can be a bit inflexible at times. If you want to get anything done at the VI, you have to keep my Dick interested. He's got a big head. Stroke his ego a little. Make him feel like he's a big deal, and you might just get my Dick to respond to your needs.
You can take your dick, Harry, and shove it where the sun don't shine. I'm not interested in getting screwed by your dick.
I didn't make the rules. It's the VI. The rules just are. You have to know how to handle my dick to get anything done here. If you are willing to accept the fact that my dick is in charge, you will be filled with peace and tranquility. I've accepted that long ago. Here at VI Hospital, nothing penetrates these walls without first going through my dick. My dick and I have an understanding. I scratch his back, and he keeps the riffraff from sneaking in my back door. If you want to get admitted to my hospital, you have to let my dick handle your every need. If you don't want to follow my dick's hard and fast rules, then you'll have to find another hospital to transfer your patient. That's just the way it's going to be.
When did your dick become so big and powerful, Harry?
I think it started when the union came to town. Dick is the one and only VI secretary in charge this hospital has ever known. Dick says who can and cannot be admitted to my hospital. He has more power than me and all my physician colleagues put together.
Your VA secretary is a dick?
He's the biggest dick you'll ever meet.
Ain't that the truth? Well, Harry, your dick is refusing to accept my Mr. Smith that I'd like to transfer. He's a 23% service-connected severely disabled roofer who passed out while laying shingles yesterday afternoon. I admitted him to my hospital last night and I feel he is medically stable for transfer to your VA hospital for further workup under his VA benefits. Your dick is being a hard ass and won't accept him to your hospital where he can complete his workup.
What are his last 4?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
Last 4 what?
Now I understand why my dick said he was frustrated with your ash. I need the last 4 digits of his social security number.
For what reason?
That's how we track things around here. Isn't that how you do things at your hospital?
No. Never. Not ever. Not even once. Aren't you concerned about identity theft?
We don't think about little things like that round these parts. We have the best resident order entry system in the country. Remember, we are also a government union. We can't really be punished for, well, for anything. Plus, we have the IRS and the FBI on our side. That makes us more special than that Charlie Sheen during a threesome. Now, his last four, please.
Smith 5555.
Excellent. There he is. What can I do for you and Smith 5555?
I need to transfer Mr. Smith to your hospital and your dick told me no.
Well, my dick is in charge.
But he's the secretary.
No. He's the union secretary.
My patient needs your VA. Would you accept him?
Dick says Smith 5555 can't come unless he comes by ambulance.
Mr. Smith is only 23% service connected. Your hospital won't pay for his ambulance and he cannot afford to pay for one. I told him his wife could drive him down.
I'm sorry. We can't do that.
That's what Dick said.
He's a smart guy. That's why he's the union secretary.
Dick told me if Mr. Smith was safe enough to be admitted by private car, he was safe enough for his wife to drive him home.
I can see his point.
But Mr. Smith needs more cardiac workup. I've already determined he is in no immediate danger for the drive down. Now, will you accept him as a direct admission if I discharge him from my hospital to be directly admitted to your floor?
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to hang up. The nurses are having their evening 3 to 7 potluck. I had to call my dick and let him know we don't have staffing for any more admissions today.
Did you hear that the number of Cadillac Escalades driving to the welfare office was fucking higher than 2010 Cadillac Escalades sales?
I can't believe that. People have been out of work for over 99 weeks. How can the unemployed afford Escalades?
They can afford it because they sell massive amounts of drugs like cocaine, heroin, and crack through the black market. This helps them avoid paying taxes and contributes to the delinquency of society. They turn around and use the cash to stimulate the economy by buying expensive sneakers, clothing, chains, and cars. They are far more wealthy than you or I, especially when you factor in that we are paying for their housing, healthcare, and children.
How are we paying for their children?
Great question. If you are going to be good at handouts, the first thing you realize is having babies is your job.
So you are saying, if I pump out a few kids I can make money?
Well, you have a husband and work hard at a good job, so don't expect any handouts.
I heard a radio commercial that I can be eligible for food stamps.
If you believe that, you may also be the next winner of the Publishers Clearinghouse.
I'm thinking about using the food stamp money to buy canned food to prepare for austerity measures.
That is a stupid idea. Don't you understand that for every dollar spent on welfare or construction projects creates huge profits for the private banking cartel called the Federal Reserve?
I thought the Federal Reserve was part of the government.
You must be a fucking idiot. Do you believe everything you read on the Huffington Post?
They said it was good to help the poor, and that's why I like welfare, food stamps, free health care, and free education.
Benjamin Franklin said I'm for doing good to the poor, but I differ in opinion of the means. I think the best way of doing good to the poor is not making them easy in poverty, but leading or driving them out of it.
Do you think he was referring to driving a Cadillac Escalade?
What is wrong with your generation? Do you even know who Benjamin Franklin is?
Yes, he is the guy on the box of rice.
That is Uncle Ben, you fucking mormon.
If he is so smart on the issue of poverty, why isn't he speaking out more about the subject now?
Wow. I was told the media really dumbed down your generation, but this is unfucking believable. He's not driving an Escalade and he's not speaking, because he's been dead for 220 years.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. The only thing I remember about history is that FDR got us out of the Great Depression because he was a great leader, and that the New Deal really helped America.
That could not be further from the truth. He helped lay the groundwork for welfare USA in the griftopia we live in today.
Griftopia, what is that?
A society of grifters who are pieces of shit that don't do anything but lie, cheat, and steal from others to make money.
I don't understand how we got to this point.
According to the book, The financial crisis that exploded in 2008 isn't past but prologue. The stunning rise, fall, and rescue of Wall Street in the bubble and bailout era was the coming out party for the network of looters who sit at the nexus of American political and economic power. The grifter class made up of the largest players in the financial industry and the politicians who do their bidding has been growing in power for a generation, transferring wealth upward through increasingly complex financial mechanisms and political maneuvers. The crisis was only one terrifying manifestation of how they've hijacked America's political and economic life.
What else did they do?
The lame-ass Congress isn't done yet. They are going to illegally pass the DREAM Act, which gives even more grifters more of our money. They are also going to pass the Net Neutrality Act, which will take away free speech on the internet and make the information on the internet as crappy as the information you get from cable TV.
So should I vote for a Republican next, Tim?
No. It doesn't matter if you vote for an R or D, because they are all rhinos and dinos. Just look at Tea Party pretty boy Scott Brown, who just helped pass the illegal FDA power grab and control over our food supply.
I think having safe food is important, don't you?
It removes fundamental constitutional protections from all citizens in the country, making them subject to a corporate tribunal with unlimited power and penalties, and without judicial review.
Wait, I have a garden and love growing tomatoes in my backyard. Wait, this affects me, so I care about this?
Typical lazy dumbass American, you only give a shit when things actually impact you.
The garden is part of my life, liberty and pursuit of happiness.
According to the new state socialism of the United States, you are only given those rights because they were given by government.
What about the Constitution? I thought it said I could have those rights.
Progressive Democrats and Republicans could give a damn about the Constitution because they have slowly began to take away our rights in the name of safety. Franklin also said that they who can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety.
Speaking of rights, some punk chick at DSA grabbed my junk the other night. I couldn't believe I had to have my WHAA grabbed by someone without my consent.
Did you opt out of the naked body scanner?
Yes, but I didn't know opting out of one thing opted you in for rape.
Welcome to the scientific dictatorship, where spying and grouping is encouraged. Did you know that Google has been censoring alternative news from their Google News section recently?
They were probably censoring it because they wants best for me. I'm sure TDSA would not feel me up if it wasn't the best thing for the country's safety.
No one cares about your personal situation more than you. Radiation scientists agree DSA naked body scanners could cause breast cancer and sperm mutations.
That sucks. I think I won't fly until this mess is over.
I thought you were a fucking moron, but after talking with you for a while I think you're finally starting to get it.